As usually our neighboring lands are called temperate grassland because there are very much organisms are there, because every year their grasses are growing year by year, so very much extremely rich in organic materials. So due to the fact that the above ground portions of grasses die off annually, so here so much rainfall is rainfall in uncertain and drought is common there. So rainfall is common in this, which is very much important for growing the grass, wheat, etc. So for agriculture, our these types of land area is very useful. Some pear tree have thick bark to resist fire. Prairie shrub readily respond after fire. Soft steams enable prairie grasses to bend in the wind. Extensive roots system prevent grazing animals from pulling roots out of the ground. Prairie grasses have narrow leaves which lose less water than broad leaves. On mountains, the environment of mountain is very harsh to plant to grow in. The growing season can be as short as 6 weeks. So plants have developed some pretty amazing way to survive. They have shorter stems to so that they can avoid harsh wind. They have a wide root system to get more nutrients. The leaves of these trees are needle-like and waxy to prevent drying out. Examples of such plants are pine, deodar, and fir. So on mountain, what is the adaptations are take places? So these are given. And temperate grassland, what types of adaptations are take place is given. In water, some plants have air spaces in their stems to help them hold the plant up in the water. Roots and roots hair are less or absent in water plants. Fixed floating plants such as water lily and lotus have leaves that float on water top, exposing themselves to the sunlight. The leaves have stomata only on the upper surface to help the plants breathe. Stomata helps to plants breathe. Already we talked about in the previous chapter. Stomata have small rows in the leaves. So very much stomata is containing one leaves. So stomata helps us to breathe carbon dioxide, breathe oxygens, etc. So stomata are very useful for breathing. So some submerged plants such as tap grass and pondweed absorb water, nutrients and dissolved gases through the leaves directly from the water. Their roots are fixed to the soil. Free floating plants such as water hyacinth and duckweeds are very light and float on the surface of water. No parts of the plants is fixed to the land. In mangroves are challenging environment for plants to live in. Plants live in mangroves have special adaptations to enable them to survive in the environment. Mangroves forest thrives near the mouth of large river where soil is very sandy and muddy. Mangroves need to keep their trunk and leaves above the water line. They also need to be firmly attached to the ground. So so that they are not moved by the waves. There are three types of mangrove roots that help to adaptations. Support roots, which directly pierces the soil. Level growing roots, which twist upward and downward, with the upward twist emerging on the water surface. Breathing roots, which appears above the water line, channels the breath. So some mangrove means some plants are growing and making big area, which is connected with the land, but some waters are above the, so waves are not make any pressure on the stick of the trees. So mangrove trees are very strong due to the connections with land. So there are three types of mangrove roots which help to adaptations are given. On sea coasts, at other places near the coast, there are coconut, rubber and palm trees. These plants can survive in salty water. The leaves of these trees are either arranged at more or less distant intervals along the stem, as in the canes. Non-green plants. Some plants like yeast and mushroom, wood and rust, do not sustain green chlorophyll. They do not use sunlight to produce starch. They are food by combining carbon dioxide with water. These plants take their food from their environment in the following ways. From dead things. From dead things, non-green plants making their food. So how they making their food? In this case, they are known as saprophyte. In the woods, mushroom growing on dead and decaying tree trunks lying the ground are called saprophytes. Number 2, from other living things with whom the fungus has stayed for long period or permanently.